Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today we're going to make a beautiful little wreath, little shabby chic wreath here, out of crystal clear paddle wheel beads and acrylic pearls. That's pretty much it. And this was so easy to put together. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. So stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how I made this. Okay. So for this project, you're going to need 8 of the 18mm crystal clear paddle wheel beads, and you're going to need 16 of the 12mm paddle wheel beads. Now I'm going to refer to these as sunburst beads because that is what the seller that I use calls them, okay? So they're actually called paddle wheel beads, but she calls them sunburst beads. Now I will have my source listed on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. All you have to do is click on the picture of this project when you open up my blog, and the links will be right there for you. Now you're also going to need either a 9mm or 10mm acrylic pearls, and you can use any color of your choice, of course. I just chose to use pink to give it more of a shabby chic look. And you're going to need 8 of these. And don't use the glass ones, use the acrylic ones, because the acrylic ones have large holes like that. And you're going to need that to slip it through this iridescent pipe cleaners, okay? Now you can find the white iridescent pipe cleaners at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, any of those places. Now be sure and use the white iridescent. There's a reason for that, because it really gives it a little extra shine through the clear beads. Now I have had people in the past tell me, well, I'll use silver or I'll use gold. It's not going to turn out the same. It's actually going to look a little dark if you do that. So make sure that it's white iridescent, okay? You're also going to need 1/4 inch organza ribbon, okay? And you're going to need some type of decoration. I chose this little satin ribbon flower. I've seen them in packages hanging up at Walmart. You could also find these easily on Amazon and eBay. Just type in the words satin ribbon flowers into the search bar, okay? And anywhere from a 28mm to a 35mm will work. I think this is kind of like a 32mm, 33. So anywhere between those numbers should work fine, okay? Alright, so with that said, we're going to get started. I'm going to take one of the white iridescent pipe cleaners, and I'm going to start by placing on one of the little acrylic pearls, okay? Slide it down. And then we're going to use a 12mm sunburst bead and an 18mm sunburst bead. Sorry about that. And a 12mm sunburst bead. So what we have looks like a little berry, a little crystal berry here. Now we're going to place another pearl on, and you can either watch me do this or you can forward ahead. It goes fairly quickly. Yeah, how am I doing? There we go. 12mm, 18mm. I think this would even be a good project for seniors. Okay, and then we're going to need a pearl. See, this is the way it's looking so far. You can do a lot with these paddle wheel beads. And then we have 12mm, 18mm, and 12mm. And like I said before, if you don't want to sit and watch this in real time, then you can just kind of skip forward. Okay. And you just keep going. See? And then we're going to take another 12 millimeter, 18, and 12. And the whole wreath ornament measures slightly over 2 3/4 of an inch. So it's just a perfect size. It's not too big for the Christmas tree where it's going to stand out. If you put this on the tree with other ornaments, it'll be just the right size. Okay. All right, and then we're going to take another 12 millimeter, 18, we're getting towards the end here. 12, and then, see, we only have just a tiny bit left. So see how quick that goes? And you can imagine if you were sitting down and watching a TV program or listening to your favorite music, just how quickly this would go. Alright, and this is the last of it right here. Last one, 12 millimeter, 18 millimeter, and 12 millimeter. See how quickly that went? So now we're going to kind of cinch them all together, make sure that, you know, they're nice and snug with each other. And I'm going to do this, make sure they're nice and close together. You have everything together, and you're going to give it a couple of twists, okay? Now once you do that, you're going to kind of form it into a circle, and you're going to take one of these pieces on the right here, and you're just going to pull this nice and snug a couple of times around like this, okay? And then whatever is left, you're going to take your little nipper tool here and cut these off. Now, don't be concerned about this right here. We're going to cover that up, and I'll show you how, okay? All right. So this is what we have so far. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon, our organza ribbon, the 1/4 inch, and this is a nice snug ribbon. This is actually used for necklaces. I purchased this by the roll many years ago at Fire Mountain Gems, their website, and it's just called 1/4 inch organza ribbon. I'm sure you can find it in the craft stores as well. So I cut 18 inches of this, and I folded it in half, like I'm doing now. And I'm going to, right where the pipe cleaner is that we cut off, I'm going to open this up and slide these two through, like that. And then just pull it. Make sure that it's not over the pearl. Okay, I'm just going to make it nice and snug, and there we go. Now don't worry, because we're also going to put something else on top of this to hide this, and you won't be able to see it at all. Okay? Alright, so hold on, and next thing we're going to do is glue this on. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Fabri-Tac adhesive. And if you don't have this, I'm sure you could use hot glue. Now, I chose this little flower because I can glue it right on here and kind of mold it onto the pearl and beads that are sticking out. If you tried to use something stiff like a resin rose or something like that, it's not going to work. It's not going to look right. So you want something where you can kind of mold it against there. So that's why I chose this. So I think I'm going to put this right directly on the pearl and right here. Put a good amount on. And then place this on here. Like that. And then I'm just going to allow this to dry overnight. Make sure it's nice and stuck. I can already feel it grabbing, so that's good. And I think it really makes a lovely little ornament. So you might want to give this a try. And if you do, I would love to see it. You can join my Facebook group at Happy Birds Glitter Nest and post your projects there. So I hope you enjoyed this. And God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful Christmas. Bye-bye.